Hi, I'm Tim Ott from the Keenan Flagler Business School at the University of North Carolina, and I'll be giving a brief overview of my work with Kathy Eisenhardt on strategy formation in entrepreneurial settings. Entrepreneurs don't just go from recognizing a promising opportunity one day to having a strategy to seize that opportunity the next day. For example, Airbnb is now a star, but it took the founders 3 years to go from the initial idea of people paying to sleep on air mattresses on their floor to the winning strategy that seized the opportunity in the lodging rentals market. Meanwhile, other similar options like couchsurfing or home exchange remained relatively unknown. This example suggests that the strategy formation process is central to why some firms seize novel opportunities while others fail. This critical process was difficult for the founders at Airbnb and their competitors, partly because a winning strategy needed to be novel, so they had to learn about who demand was, how to increase host engagement, how to open a new city, and so on and so forth. But these also were not separate decisions. All these different aspects of the business needed to be brought together into a complex system to form a winning strategy that would be coherent and difficult to copy. The high-level advice might be to focus on one piece of the strategy puzzle at a time while not losing sight of the whole, but it is unclear how entrepreneurs actually might achieve this balance. We conducted a rare deep dive into the strategy formation processes of 6 two-sided market ventures like Airbnb or Uber by interviewing the founders repeatedly over 4 years as they struggled to form a strategy. We observed that while each venture began with a promising opportunity, only some effectively formed a strategy, survived, and grew. The more effective founders formed strategy by decision weaving, a problem-solving process comprised of 3 interrelated behaviors. First, entrepreneurs use sequential focus, where they break up the strategy formation problem into strategic domains and learn about successive modules. Second, they pause at learning plateaus to consolidate their learning around the basic activities in a focal domain, and then switch to the next focal domain without trying to optimize those activities. Lastly, they use stepping stones, which are incremental, easy, and inexpensive actions in the background domains to take advantage of opportunities without breaking their focus. For example, MasterChef, which sought to connect travelers to local hosts for culinary experiences, first focused learning on hosts, then on geographies, then the product, and finally travelers, each time purposely putting other domains on the proverbial back burner. Before changing focus, they consolidated their learning into simple processes and rules like choose strong storytellers for hosts, but moved on before optimizing activities. And they repeatedly used stepping stones to maintain focus without losing sight of the whole. Jointly, these behaviors organize fast, effective learning within domains and ensure fit between activities and domains in the emerging strategy. Our theoretical framework details the effective behaviors of strategists and theorizes about the underlying cognitive processes of these behaviors. With it, we propose a cognitively sophisticated yet realistic view of how and why some strategists form novel, complex strategies more effectively than their peers. The decision weaving framework also has direct ramifications for how we teach aspiring entrepreneurs. First, it adds needed depth to popular processes such as lean startup. Second, our study clearly points out that get big fast is not always great advice. Decision weaving sets the stage for rapid venture growth, but the process itself takes time to get right. Thank you, and please reach out if you have any questions after reading our paper, Decision Weaving, Forming Novel Complex Strategy in Entrepreneurial Settings.